All right. In this video, let's talk about how to verify your supplier in China. My name is Mark Hong. I'm the founder of markhong.com. So let's go straight into it, right? Let's talk about basic verification in China. Okay, so first of all, the easiest and the fastest way for you to do a verification in China is to obtain their business license. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you are talking to a supplier, always ask them to give you a copy of their business license. Okay, now this business license will usually have a company name in Chinese and in English. Now they will be sending you the English business license, obviously, right? So everything needs to be English. However, do understand that their Chinese name will not translate into English, most of them, right, directly. Okay, so be aware of that, right? And one of the first thing that you really need to pay attention is who the legal representative is. It's kind of like credit checking, right? So if this guy has good credit, hey, fantastic, 2 thumbs up. Okay, then that's probably somebody you can work with. If this guy has been opening up businesses everywhere and then closing them down in 6 months, well, that's a red flag. Okay, so be careful. Okay, so the first thing you want to find out who their legal representative is, and the next thing is you want to take down their registration number. Now, obviously, you will have all this information on the business license, and you want to find out what their business scope is. Okay, if they are a trading company, right? If they deal with electronic, so they will have in Chinese business license, you will be able to see what their business scope is. Okay, and you will be able to learn about this thing, from the local AIC, which is Administration of Industrial and Commerce. Okay, something like that. Okay, and with the local AIC office, they will be able to give you information about their business scope and what they register the company for. All right, and the next thing is get their register address, right? For a couple things. First of all, you will need the register address to find where the local AIC office is. Okay. Additionally, okay, many times their address might not match to their business location. Okay, and you want to ask them why. Okay, and find out about that. Some additional information, okay, that you want to verify are, okay, their registration status. You want to find out when the company was registered, okay, and whether their registration is still valid. If the company's registration is not valid, that means the company is probably not in existence, okay, and so you want to make sure that you are not working with somebody who does not have a valid registration status. And the next thing is you want to ask them about their bank account. You want to check their bank account, their bank information, okay? And you also want to get their phone number. Do give them a few calls, right? Don't try to save a couple bucks by just communicating on Skype or something like that. You want to make sure the phone number that they gave you is not bogus. Okay, if their phone number is start say 86, right, and start with a 1. Okay, if it start with a 1 after the country code, which is 86, okay, that means it's a cell phone number, right? So most of businesses will not register their business under a cell phone number. You get the point, right? So do give them a few calls and check the phone number if that's a landline, okay, rather than a cell phone number, okay? And talk to them, get a feel, and see if different people pick up the phone and things like that, right? So if it's picked up by the receptionist and then transfer to a sales department, then that's probably more likely to be sizable, if not a proper size company. Okay. And so here are some of the few types of companies that you will find in China, which is very important. And you can find this information on their business license as well. Okay. One is privately owned enterprise. That means, owned by mostly Chinese citizens. Okay. It could be also a state-owned enterprise, which means the company is backed by the Chinese government, invested by the Chinese government. And sometimes this type of company, state-owned company, are pretty good, to work with, because they usually don't have that much pressure, on getting the company profitable. Okay, so they might be able to provide you with better pricings and stuff like that. However, this type company also have a disadvantage, which is sometimes they are just all government workers pretty much, and a little bit harder to deal with. Okay, the next type is foreign-owned enterprise. So, if you are, say, a company from the US, from Taiwan, or from Hong Kong or whatnot, those are usually considered foreign-owned enterprises. Okay, and or a representative office, a company somewhat that they don't have their own production, like for example, and this was a few years ago, but for example, like JBL, right? They have a representative office, a few people working in the office, and then they go out to different manufacturers, different factories, right, to produce a product. Okay, and but nevertheless, the company is still registered in China, and then all the products come out of China, okay, through their representative office, okay? Or if it's a sole ownership, right? Usually a smaller company, okay? And you'll find many of this type of company on Alibaba, okay, which are sole ownership, okay? So something that you want to precaution yourself with is you want to match their bank account, okay? And you want to match your bank account name, make sure that they match the company name on their business license, okay? Because this is very important, right? You want to make sure that you are paying your money, okay? You are sending your funds to the company, right? And nowhere else, okay? And even if the company owner tell you it's not a problem, whatnot, but knowing this, that if anything goes wrong, right, you will not be able to hold the company owner responsible, right? You have to hold the company responsible. So make sure that it is documented. Everything is traceable. Okay. Now, additional in-depth verification that you can do, okay, to some of the basic verification is you'll find out about their date of registration. Then you will find out, okay, whether this company has been around for a long time or not. Okay, inquire, about their factory size. Okay, and then this will let you know about the scale of the company and the number of employees, right? Whatever certification that they might have, like ISO, CEUL, RoHS, etc., etc. Okay, and then so you can go and check with this different organization whether the certification are valid, okay, or just some bogus made-up certification. Very important, right? Okay, and lastly, and this is an easy one to do, ask them if they have a Chinese website, okay, that ends in a .cn extension, okay, because in China, getting a website is actually quite regulated. So if you want to get a .cn website, you probably have to jump through some hoops, right? Make sure that your company is already registered and all this and that. So, it's also a good way for you to find out whether the company is in good standing or not. Okay, so let's do a little workshop, right? Let's identify your preferred supplier based on the 3 key metrics that I have mentioned to you in the last lesson. Okay, and then, right, you want to keep additional 2 to 4, right? So you have a total of 3 to 5, okay? And you want to keep them as backups, okay? Now you want to talk to them, obtain a copy of their business license, and start verifying with the local AIC, okay? Now, with the local AIC, you might need to find somebody, okay, in China. You can do it through Upwork or something, or if you have a friend, right, to contact the local AIC office, okay? And we'll go into that later. And also, call them, right? Make sure the phone numbers are valid and check on their bank account. All right, so that's it for this training. Make sure you do your work, and I will see you on the next video.